Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to Friday night at Pajama Party. We're here in New Orleans setting up.
Hello.
Getting ready for the Essence Festival.
Hey.
Just got all our gear down here. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Bonsoir. Let the good times roll. I know that's right.
And we just arrived earlier today, and we're trying to get situated so we can go out there and report on what's going on and what's going down with the Essence Festival this weekend. And like I said, we're on Canal Street, a very popular street that runs through the heart of New Orleans. And we're at the JW Marriott.
Ooh, very nice hotel. It is. It's busy up in here. I know. Might see some celebrities up in here. Mm-hmm. All right now. I saw somebody that looked like India Arie. Mm-hmm. That could have been somebody just dressed like India Arie. But she looked good. All right now. Watch out now. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do I guess maybe a show that's shorter than our normal show tonight so we can get all our gear together to go out there and do some commentating journalism in the streets of New Orleans later on tonight. So we're going to put together what we got going on. We got to let people know what we got going on, Ketel?
I sure do. We got hot topics. We got the update on David Sweat. That's the jail man that got out of jail, but he's back in now. Yeah. Unfortunately, he got injured. Also, Whole Foods overpricing. Alabama removes the Confederate flag. We also have the first black ballerina. She gets a major role in one of her dance programs. Hit it and quit it headlines. We have the mustard gas on blacks. That's an interesting story. You guys got to stay tuned for that. Uber in France, they hit some top executives. Lethal injection story in Oklahoma. The update on Freddie Gray's autopsy. And also Girl Scouts are in the news. That should be interesting. What's popping with Poppa DD, of course. We got our weird news. We got another fake dentist. We have some wild cats that stink up Cincinnati. And the British scientists cloned dinosaurs. Now, I thought we've gotten past that, but anyway. I'm just saying with Redwine, living for the city with Poppa DD, my Hollywood wrap-up. Got some news on Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck. P. Diddy falls at the BET Awards. And Rihanna tapes up Merriweather's mouth. That should be interesting. Cocktail of the week, which is the Summer Goose. Kiss It list, and also, of course, the last word. So as Papa say, sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our favorite cocktail, because we are in New Orleans at the JW Marriott on Canal Street. Better believe it, baby. And we're not taking any calls tonight, because we're trying to get out there on the street. Get to the party. All right. Gotta go to the concerts. We got stuff to do, y'all. I know that's right. Y'all should be down here with us. Okay. Well, we'll be back with our hot topics.
Do you have unruly children? Do they misbehave in school and get bad grades? Are timeouts completely ineffective? Are you scared to spank them because they might have you arrested? What they need is a new school where discipline is number one and education is secondary. What they need is
Whoop That Ass Academy.
Here at the
Whoop That Ass Academy,
we don't have discipline problems. Know why? We're privately owned and we do what we want. And when kids get out of hand,
we whoop that ass.
Timeout is for football games. When kids want to show off, we don't give them a timeout. We just
whoop that ass.
We don't make a kid stand in the corner. That's by house plan. When one of our kids gets out of order, we snatch him out of that classroom and
whoop that ass.
Here at WTA Academy, we make sure they learn the basics of reading and writing, math, and science. But above all else, they learn discipline. This is what will keep your kids out of jail. Make the world a better place. Sometimes you gotta whoop that ass. And we do. Here at WTA Academy, our motto is, we care enough to whoop that ass. They may not read and write too well, but they'll act like they've got sense because we whoop that ass. So bring your kids on down to Whoop That Ass Academy. We'll get them straight.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. We're here in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Woo!
And we're at the JW Marriott Hotel on Canal Street. Just setting up before we go out there and raise a little hell ourselves. But we're going to put together a little abbreviated show here. And I'm one of your hosts. Who am I? Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Oh,
and, want to kick off the first topic there?
I think Redwine got it over there.
Yeah, we got some hot topics for you.
If that French guy ain't messing with you. Is he
here?
here?
He'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Hot topics tonight. Escaped prisoner David Sweat finally caught. He told the investigators, well, first of all, let me say they killed his partner. They just injured him. He was in the hospital, so he's been talking, and he told the investigators that he almost was discovered twice during the 3 weeks that they were looking for him in the woods in upstate New York before he and fellow inmate Richard Matt, were finally located. So he also said that they had been practicing a dry run before their prison break back on June the 6th. And they had been planning this escape for a whole 6 months. That's how long they had been planning to do this. So he was talking about how, what happened when they were almost caught. They had been hiding near a cabin when 3 people came in to check on the cabin. And the people were discussing whether they should stay at the cabin or leave. And that's when Sweat said that he and Matt were close enough to hear the people's conversation. Mm-hmm. So they hid and waited until the 3 people left. And then in another instance, they were hiding around where some people were hunting, and some people walked right past them, didn't see them. So they had a lot of different close calls. And, of course, the lady Joyce Mitchell, the prison tailor, she's being charged in connection with the escape. The original plan was she was supposed to show up at midnight to pick them up, and then she chickened out of that plan. So they ended up escaping on foot, and I guess that's why they didn't get very far. They were heading north toward Canada, but as you see, they only got about, 50 miles away from where they started?
Yeah.
Through the woods.
They should have got some compasses. Should have been there first.
Well, they said they had all kind of gear and stuff. Maybe they don't know how to read a compass or a map.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what they should have planned as far as their escape planning. Learn how to read the maps and compasses. So anyway, Sweat is recovering at the Albany Medical Center. He was shot, and now he's in recovery, and they're expecting him to remain in the hospital for at least a few days before he's going to be moved to a maximum security prison. So I'm guessing they won't put him back in that cell that he dug out of.
Wow.
They didn't say they're going to put him in the same one. They just said a maximum security prison.
They're going to watch him like a hawk, probably 23 hours. He might get 30, 40 minutes of playtime, but after that, they still going to watch him.
Well, if it was up to me, he wouldn't even see the sun unless he saw a picture of it.
Ooh-wee.
He wouldn't get the chance to escape again.
Hey, Redwine?
And I guess that's why I'm not the warden. I don't play. My mother used to say I make kid and joke, but I don't play.
Yeah, and they pissed off. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Uh-huh. Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
People have been stopped and for a whole lot less, and somehow didn't live to tell it.
Yeah, they sure didn't. And
these guys were wanted for murder.
I think they just wanted them alive to pull the information on how did they get out of there, They're curious about that because they did some serious work. And over what period of time, I'm not sure, but...
well, I know the governor, what's his name, Cuomo? He was upset.
Oh, for sure.
That they got out of that prison. I think he took it personal.
I think it might be some jobs on the line.
Yeah, well, some heads are going to definitely roll over that escape.
I know that's right. You glad they got him, Papa?
Yeah, they were. I'm sure people in the neighborhoods were a little petrified that some people walk around all in their cabins and lockers and all your little storage areas.
Yeah, it's a scary feeling. Yeah, crazy. Okay, well, what you got over there, Papa?
Well, I got the prissy store of Whole Foods. They're supposed to be the creme de la creme,
Top shelf.
If you got a Whole Foods in your neighborhood, that means that's a neighborhood of choice that you should really pack your bags and live in.
All right.
There's a Whole Foods down the street and a Starbucks.
La-di-da.
And a Starbucks. So if you got a Starbucks
and a Whole Food.
You're in. You reach status quo.
I mean, you put your pinky in the air.
Yeah, and your archives and your.
What happened with Whole Foods?
Well, New York City's Department of Community Affairs opened and investigated into Whole Foods pricing practices last year after its investigators reportedly caught the store overcharging customers, according to New York Daily News, which was this past Wednesday.
What?
A spokesman for the Department of Community Affairs said it was the worst case of overcharging the agency has ever seen.
Wow.
So, it just goes to show you that no matter how you primp something in the store or the neighborhood, there's always a crook on the back end of things. That's a typical case of who's watching the watch.
Wow.
The stores project, the Whole Foods here. Oh, this is great. But who's watching the watch?
I know that's right. And how many stores was it?
No, they received more than, first of all, they received more than 800 pricing violations over 107 square inspections in 2010.
Wow.
Which was the most pricing violations in the city.
Jeez.
And this is done through a grand scale of, actual products in the general area and the consensus of what they all should cost, and they were ridiculously high. So, and I hear some people give this store real high praises, but they must be, super rich and not paying no mind. But some of these preppy people don't really shop like that. They may go in and get the food for the night. They don't really push the shopping cart around, do they, Redwine? I mean, how you shopping, Red?
Well, when I go to Whole Foods.
Okay, I see the accent came along with
I usually just carry a little hand basket.
Oh.
No need to get the big basket.
Okay, I need some artichoke hearts and some snap beans.
Some arugula. Some snap beans.
You guys won't be shopping in New York City, though, right?
No, we'll be going to the Whole Foods in New York.
I know that's right.
Apparently, they have issues.
Yes, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way the accent went along with Whole Foods.
She got a French guy, Papa.
Whole Foods was recently fined $800,000 for similar practices in California. So they have not learned their lesson.
Wow.
So they took their hustle and their gimmick and their get over and their runaround. We're doing a runaround to the other side of the world and got busted again. So even the corporate criminal ain't that smart.
Wow.
So they went to California and they were like,
no, they
I
got
really
fined.
just want to get my little handbasket, and I just want some tofu and some bean sprouts and some low-fat dressing and some avocado, and that's all. Thank you.
But I'm quite sure they checked out the demographics of the people that want natural foods or quote-unquote whole foods. So they went to the top places, California and New York. Because New York City, the cost of living.
To rip off.
Right. The cost of living is real high. And the young yuppies up there, they don't mind paying it. California, it figures all natural. Like you just said.
Tofu, avocado. That'll be $800. Here you are, cash. Thank you.
And don't blink an eye.
Well, some people call that store a whole paycheck.
Ooh.
That's what they call it.
I heard that one. Okay. Well, on a serious note here, everybody's been talking about the Confederate flag, and 5 people in Alabama removed the Confederate flag from the state capitol. Governor Robert Bentley ordered the removal of the 4 Confederate flags because of the, the killings that happened in South Carolina at the church.
Right.
So the first to be taken down was the so-called battle flag, followed by the first National Confederate flag, known as the Stars and Bars. The second National Confederate flag and the third National Confederate flag, all 4 had been removed by 10 o'clock. So the 5 workers removed the flags by first lowering separate flag poles, and then as a handful of photographers, they were looking on and check them out. So I'm quite sure they're going to be on the news. So it says the recent debate on the symbolism of our flag, which belongs to all of us, represents the people of our state. An opportunity to consider a new banner that represents Mississippi. So they want something different, a different type of flag.
Did you say a nude banner?
No, new.
Oh,
come on, Redwine.
I'm sorry.
Put that Redwine down.
It's Friday. I'm sorry.
So they're saying also too, we understand history has its place, but as we move forward, being a united state, a united Alabama with all citizens recognized, he says, I think we have to have the sensitivity to understand, and we don't want to intentionally offend anyone. So hopefully, they'll stay down. But, I guess each state, if they have that Confederate flag, they're going to continue to fight to keep it down. So,
yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
People have been fighting over that thing since all of this started.
Yeah.
Well, there are those who feel like it's a matter of pride. Some non-black people who say it's part of their history. And, that reminds me, the Klan is planning a rally.
Oh, Lord.
When is that? Coming up this tomorrow, I think it is, on Saturday.
Where? In D.C.?
In South Carolina. I want to say Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what city. I believe it's in Charleston.
Oh,
they're planning a rally.
Why?
To defend the flag, I guess. So I hope that there's not going to be major issues and that it'll be peaceful.
I hope so. Yeah.
But I have a feeling there's going to be problems.
Just let them do what they're going to do, and just, we're going to stand back and look at this ignorance.
Yeah, that reminds me. Could you put the Klan on the kiss it list, please?
Put the Klan on the kiss it list.
Organizing this rally.
Okay, sounds like a winner. Okay, and we got one more. Talking about the Misty Copeland.
Oh, yeah, I like her.
American Ballet Theater. She is becoming the first African-American female principal dancer in the 75-year history.
Finally.
That long?
Finally. It's about time.
She started her career. She was 13. They said that's a late start for a ballerina. But that's okay. She got to this point. She was born in Kansas City, Missouri, and raised in San Pedro, California. Copeland was named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in 2015.
Very nice.
All right. Congratulations to that. All right. She's been in numerous commercials, Dr. Pepper and some other commercials. So. All right.
She's a mean sister.
Yeah. I know you would know, Papa.
Mean.
Watch out now.
Now, don't tell me you used to date her.
Well, quiet as kept,
Yeah, quiet as kept. Okay.
We're going to keep it quiet right now. Because we are here at the JW Marriott Hotel. We're going to rev it up later on because we're going to get out there on those New Orleans streets.
Yeah, we got to get down to Bourbon Street.
All right, now.
Where the happenings are. We got to get down to the Dome. Did I tell you who's performing tonight?
What?
At the Big Dome. What's it called? The Astro? Is it the? What? Not the Astrodome. What's it called? The Superdome.
Get right there.
The Superdome. The Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Tonight, Friday night, we've got Charlie Wilson, Uncle Charlie.
Wow.
India Arie, Kim, and Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Boy.
Before I
let you go. And then in the super lounges, which is like these smaller stages in the Dome, we got Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, Nico and Vims, Avery Sunshine, Kelly Price, Scoopole, Kindred in the Family Soul,
Right.
and Lunell the comedian from BET and different films,
Mhm.
and another R&B singer called B. Slade.
All right.
So we're trying to get to where the happening.
I know. So like Papa said, we got a little shorter version tonight for you because we trying to go down there and enjoy ourselves tonight. But yeah. But we're gonna take a little CC break, Papa.
Yeah, we can take a break.
All right.
Does
Right
your
back.
gray hair make you look much older than you really are? Do Boy Scouts try to help you cross the street? Don't waste your time with messy hair colors that won't last. Wigs will just make your hair sweat. What you need is a permanent solution. You need
Gray Be Gone. Gray Be Gone.
burns your gray hairs right down to the root. No more coloring with
Gray Be Gone.
Simply apply Gray Be Gone with the heat-protected gloves to your entire scalp. When you feel the burning, the gray hairs are being fried right on your head. After the procedure, just stick your head in a bucket of ice water to cool the burning, and just like that, no more gray hairs. You might have bald spots and burns where the gray used to be, but that's a whole different problem. Gray Be Gone will solve your gray hair problem once and for all.
Gray Be Gone.
Get yours today and make that gray go away.
We're back at the Pajama Party Friday night. We're in New Orleans,
Yeah.
and they're raising hell outside. The planes are landing, the trains are pulling up, the buses are pulling up. People are coming here from all over the world.
No, that's right.
And to the fellas out there, it's predominantly female.
Mhm.
So what are you going to do?
Watch out now.
There's some fine men.
I was going to complain, but what are you going to do? Just, wait.
There's some fine men walking around.
Yeah,
I'm
fun. Yeah, we're up here at the J.W. Marriott on Canal Street, which is across from, not right across, but we have Sheraton across the street. We have a casino. Harris is there. A couple blocks around the corner, you got the House of Blues. Got one of the original Popeyes, a couple doors down. Bourbon Street's a few streets down.
Is that lady from the commercial in there?
Nah, she's in Hollywood.
Oh, I was gonna go see her.
Louisiana fan.
So who you hanging out with, Papa? You forgot we here? What's up?
Hey, I got new friends.
He excited now. He didn't think about us now. He got New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my name is Poppa DD, and I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Hello.
Oh.
I'm trying to set up my little area here of the studio, and they bother me. And we're taking no calls tonight because when we get done, we just wanted to put this here on record for this Friday night, and once we get done with this, we out.
I know that's right.
We're out.
We're gonna get home down and party.
All right,
We're going to
man.
get up when the show's over. We're going to throw our bras in the fireplace.
Oh my.
My.
Is that the plan?
That's the
Ooh,
plan.
beads. When you do the beads.
Oh,
what
that's
happens?
Mardi Gras.
Oh, my bad. Let me get it right.
This
Yeah, you got to come back in February for that.
Oh, okay. So what you got over
We're
here?
getting back to our stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit it and quit it.
Hit it and quit it.
Mhm.
Who's hitting it and quitting it first?
Autopsy for Freddie Gray. Freddie Gray is a gentleman who was allegedly killed as he was being arrested and put in the back of the police van. We won't call it a paddy wagon. The police van, and they claimed that the prosecutor claims that they rode him around and bumped him around, stopped, starting, and never strapped him into the seat, which is a horrible ride. Anyway, the autopsy shows that he has what's called a high energy impact. So he's suffered a single high energy injury, like those seen in a shallow, like when you dive off a diving board into like a kiddie pool or something. Means your body has a real, adverse situation. But most likely caused by the police van in which he was riding. Suddenly it just accelerated back and forth and things of this nature. And he was just thrown around like a ragamuffin. But to me, it looks like when he first got in the van, he wasn't even standing on his own 2 feet. But that's just me. I'm sure the debate will continue in that particular situation.
Now, that's the same thing I saw.
The state's medical examiner officers concluded that Gray's death fits the medical and legal definition of an accident, but rules it to be a homicide because officers failed to show safety procedures through their acts of omission. It's at the point now where they arrested on April 12th. They arrested the officers involved, not only ones in the van, but the ones that was involved in the arrest area. People that was in the aggregate. They got people that didn't report the story. Cops that were on the scene when he stopped a couple times, and she rounded up everybody. If you had a chance to stop it or avoid it and get it in perspective and didn't do anything, she arrested you. So we're going to see what happens with this because the jury is still out on this big time, literally.
Right.
So it's a very interesting case, and to see people, police officers on trial like that is very rare, very interesting, and very different. So we'll see what happens to that. But we're taking no calls tonight because we're not going to be here long. I ain't going to be here long for the seat to get warm. It's going to be cold as it was not settling.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to put some stories out, let you know that we're trying to get our Fridays consistent. But no calls tonight. You can listen. When I say no calls, means don't press 1.
Yeah. Don't dial the number.
Press 1.
Yeah. Do not do it.
You can dial a number to listen or listen to us online. But when you listen to us on your phone, on the I'm not going to say the number. It begins with 914.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Don't
Remember you call to listen to us now. Don't press 1. 1 puts you in the queue to talk to, and we're not taking calls tonight because we're just being a little arrogant.
We got a party to get to.
We got a party to get to. Yeah.
I'm trying to go see Uncle Charlie. Outstanding.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about parties. We want to thank everybody for coming out on June 20th, 1-year anniversary party that we did at the White Mansion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That turned out pretty good.
Yeah, we had a good time that
day. Yeah. But if you guys didn't make it, too bad, because guess what? We got part 2 coming. End of the summer, August 29th.
Oh, yeah.
So put that on your calendars now. We let you know ahead of time. So you better get your tickets because they're going to go pretty fast.
They say.
I know that's right. All right. Well, what you got over there, Redwine?
I got one about karma and the Girl Scouts.
Wow.
Now, it's not every day that the Girl Scouts or any other nonprofit organization is given a $100,000 pledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Girl Scouts of Western Washington State recently got a donation to help fund activities for girls participating in the Girl Scouts. Mm-hmm. But the gift came with a catch. Now, based on, with all the stories happening with transgender people and stuff in the news, it's now affecting the Girl Scouts. So the person who gave this $100,000 donation said, put a note on it and said, I'll give you this money under one condition. Please guarantee that this gift will not be used to support transgender girls. And the note said, if you can't guarantee me that, please return my money. So the Girl Scouts of Western Washington Council said they felt very sad after they got that letter, and then shortly thereafter they decided to give the money back to the person who donated it. And they said that Girl Scouts is for every girl, and every girl should have the opportunity to be a Girl Scout if she wants to, whether she's transgender or not. So the council set up an Indiegogo fundraiser online to replace that $100,000 donation under Girl Scouts is hashtag for every girl, and they raised $175,000 from over 3,200 donors in one day.
Wow.
So that $100,000 that they were being hateful, that lady or man or whoever that was being hateful and said you can't use it for transgender girls, people have given them $175,000, and that was just in one day.
Wow.
So I'm sure they'll continue to raise money to help all girls, no matter where they come from, no matter what they were born and whatever they see themselves or claim to be, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is karma comes around and will bite you square in the butt.
Ooh-wee.
And as the saying goes, God is not like ugly, and He's not too keen on cute.
Wow.
Bam.
You just saying?
Commentary or
I'm just reading the story, and then I added my own 2 cents at the end. I'm done.
I think probably she getting revved up because her Pierre is coming in tomorrow. So
I'm looking out the window, and I'm watching all the people moving.
So many guys out there.
Street. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I might have to call them and tell them,
Yeah.
it's a little crowded down here. You might want to
Why
stay
you
wherever
say
you are.
achoo?
Yeah, I think I'm coming down with a cold.
Wow. Well, on a serious note, I had a story here. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with mustard gas. Mustard gas was used on blacks, minorities, and matched to normal whites. Don't understand that. But declassified documents the Pentagon has revealed details over mustard gas experiments tested on thousands of Americans during World War II. And they're saying compensation to each individual is subject to the chemical agent that they use, but they've only found only about 20% of the people
that they used it on.
Right. So they can compensate them for this particular gas that they use. It goes on to say the tests used on American troops were race-based. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, and Asian soldiers were separated and tested as groups. The results were then compared to the gassings of the quote-unquote normal white control group, so the U.S. military could determine if the sulfur-based agent had a greater impact on the skin and lungs of minorities.
That is crazy.
So they said here, it says 40 men were exposed to the mustard gas. They were interviewed recently. Their stories describe an unending cycle of appeals and denials as they struggle to get government benefits for the mustard gas exposure. So it sounds like that they didn't really talk about it. And, like Ancient Orange, they finally admitted, okay, fine, this is what we did.
Or like that Tuskegee situation with the syphilis.
Syphilis, yeah. So it says
terrible.
Secret race-based experiments were brought to light in the 90s. It says over 60,000 troops may have been purposely exposed. Over 4,000 men were given what was described as extreme exposure levels. So, like one guy's name is George Ketel. He's 88 now. He was only 19. He and his friends were led into the chamber, almost like the Holocaust.
And they gassed them with this stuff.
Yeah, but check this out. So they volunteered for the program. They didn't know anything about it because they didn't know what was going on until they closed the door and stuff. So they volunteered for the program in exchange for 2 weeks vacation from the military service.
Wow.
So, they were that pressed to
that is so foul.
To do that. But it's called mustard gas.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm curious why they call it mustard gas. That's just crazy. But
it has a yellow color or something.
That's what it sounds like. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me anything the military do.
That's really messed up.
What you think, Papa? Papa, he out there partying too much. He done had a couple of cocktails.
Hanging out the window.
I know that's right. Okay, what you got over there, Redwine?
Blame it on the alcohol.
Oh, you gonna blame it on?
Blame it on the alcohol.
You need to stop hanging out the window waving at folks.
I know that's right. What you got over here, Papa?
I got a Supreme Court upholds. Imagine this. They uphold an Oklahoma lethal injection process. In Washington, June 29th, the U.S. Supreme Court on Monday ruled that a drug used in Oklahoma as part of its lethal injection procedure does not violate the U.S. Constitution ban of cruelty and unusual punishment, dealing with a setback to opinions on a death penalty. What had happened, this is concerned the fact that the stuff they were using wasn't no good or something. Not no good, but it was just foul. And they kept using it, and people were suffering when they were getting killed. And they're claiming that they wasn't supposed to suffer like that. You're supposed to get it and die.
It's supposed to move or work faster.
Right.
Yeah, and they got the families and everybody watching the person, and the person just sitting there freaking out.
Awful.
Yeah, it is.
He's peeling and he's just acting, because I'm sure the human body is full of so much crap. And when you go in there autopsy, it's got to be...
So people are screaming and going through all kind of changes because this stuff doesn't work fast enough.
Yeah, but not so much don't work fast enough. The Supreme Court is saying that, there's no joy in killing somebody. If they throw up 4 or 5 times, that ain't their problem because they're getting this done to them. So.
Wow.
So it's
It sounds like it's cruel and unusual punishment or something. That's what it sounds like. That they don't want them to suffer, you know.
Well, Clarence Thomas being a judge is cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh boy, that's another
anyway.
chapter in the book. So where was that, Papa?
in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't break down like Oklahoma City or just Oklahoma. They must control all their prisons there. Sometimes you got different states that are neighboring states like that. They may control the prison, but I think they wanted to go out all the way by. But now the Supreme Court is saying even if you squirt some damn bubblegum juice up them, and they don't die and bubbles just come out of their ears, it's constitutional.
Right.
Because it's not,
So it's kind of like violating their rights.
Yeah, the people are dying slow and crazy.
Yeah.
And they're
as opposed to what? Quickly and efficiently?
Well, I mean, you want to.
I'm telling you, this law.
Get it over with.
Yeah, this law is.
With something decent, and they can't get it because drugs nowadays is of an abundance, and you almost got to have some type of controlled substance ban in order to get anything today. Whether you're getting something simple or elaborate.
Wow, that's interesting. And what you got over there, Wilbur? Oh, okay, it's back to me.
Yeah, back to you.
I have a story about Uber.
Oh, what are they doing now?
2 Uber executives taken into police custody in France. They don't play in France. The French police have detained 2 executives from Uber. Mr. Simpal, he's the manager of Uber in France, and Pierre Dimitri Gore Kadi. He's a general manager.
Okay.
And it says Uber has provoked protests by taxi drivers from London to New Delhi as it upends traditional business models that require professional drivers to pay often steep fees for licenses to operate cabs. So it sounds like they're upping their fees in France.
Okay.
And so, it's unlawful practices. Uber has certain guidelines they're supposed to abide by. And apparently that's not what they're doing.
So the taxi cab people are still fighting against them because obviously it's cutting into their business.
For sure. But then on the other hand, that they're charging steeper fees for the licenses to operate cabs. So maybe their cab prices have gone up in Uber. It kind of seems like Uber just sliding in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably because they don't have to pay a lot of those other regulation fees and licenses and stuff that the cab companies have to pay. So they can keep their rates a lot lower than the cabs. And I guess the cab companies are saying it's not fair.
Right, which makes sense because they said the French government also filed a legal complaint against Uber on Friday over Uber Pop, with the Interior Minister Bernard calling the company's attitude cynical and arrogant. Oh, excuse me. Wow.
When can you sue somebody for being cynical and arrogant? If that's the case, then they need to go after Donald Trump.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, so.
Oh, well.
So they said Uber is always willing to work with authorities to overcome possible misunderstandings. So.
That's a misunderstanding.
Right. Yeah, so they sound like they're talking about raising prices, too. In May, that Uber was in talks to raise a further 1.5 to 2, well, I guess 150 to 2 billion to fund its global expansion, putting its value at more than 50 billion. I can't even talk. And making it the world's second most valuable venture capital. Wow. Back startup after Chinese the smartphone maker let's see, Exumi. Yeah.
People are making plenty of money.
Yeah, that's a good business, a transportation business. I'm telling you.
Oh well.
So.
Well, we're down in New Orleans on Canal Street.
No, that's
everything is happening. Everything's jumping off.
Wow.
What's this hotel? The Marriott?
JW Marriott on Canal Street.
Nice place. A little pricey, but nice.
It's all right. Our parent company, DC Homegrown Entertainment, they're going to take care of the bill.
Okay, good. You send it right to them.
Last time I checked, they said.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they said. See what happened when the bill comes.
What had happened was...
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you more about who's going to be performing at the Superdome on Saturday night, and we're coming back with what?
Poppin'.
With Poppa, with What's Poppin'. We'll be right back.
Looking for a new cocktail to serve at your next dinner party? Trying to figure out what pairs well with your main entree? Then you need to visit the Cocktail of the Week archive at apajamaparty.com. We've got a list of all the cocktails we've featured on previous Pajama Party shows with recipes and pictures of the drinks. And believe me, we've had some good ones. And while you're on the website, visit the archives for previous shows. Just click on any date, and you can hear the shows again and again. We've got you covered at apajamaparty.com. And tell a friend. They'll thank you.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. We're here in New Orleans. We just got here, so we're a little rusty. We're still setting up things. We're here on Canal Street at the JW Marriott.
Party over here.
And
wasn't that Ben Affleck over there?
People just
looks kind of like
getting it together and getting it in and tightening things up.
I thought I saw Nicki Minaj.
Well, who you here with, Papa?
I'm by myself.
He back like that now. He acted brand new now. We in New Orleans.
Yeah, now he doesn't know
He had his Popeye fried chicken.
Okay.
He's just by himself. He brand new now.
Got him a wing now. He doesn't know anybody.
It's all good.
Okay.
I got this.
I'm Ketel with the yellow top.
And this is Redwine.
All right now.
Oh,
trying to act like he doesn't know.
People-wise. I thought you met in New Orleans.
No. It's all good.
All right, I'm Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Who you with?
Redwine. You don't say their name every 5 minutes. They get paranoid. What are you going to do?
We thought you kicked us to the curb. All this walking around down here.
I know, that's right.
Okay.
What you got for us, Papa?
Well, I want to talk about Donald Trump for a minute. I personally don't think he's running for president. I think it's a ploy. I think it's something he's doing just to get attention, because when that big monstrosity is built on Pennsylvania Avenue in D.C., he's got to pay for it. So he needs to fill it. So he's got all these rich folks saying, look at him, I just bought property there. He's got the conversation going. But there's no way that he can be president with all the comments he's making about different things. As we've seen with Barack, becoming a president is like a joint effort of the whole world on your side. And Barack accomplished it. And these other people are too arrogant. I'm trying to figure where their arrogance is going to go, all the people that are lined up now. They just show arrogance. It's amazing. So, like I said, we'll see what happens with that. But Donald's just acting a fool, acting crazy. He's fighting with NBC, and that all may be a ploy. He may be able to go to NBC and apologize and get his job right back. So you never know. You never know. I mean, this stuff is. I think that we as Americans are so vulnerable to anything that comes across, as the old folks say, that idiot box, aka TV. But anyway, Donald, good luck on your bid for president. All right. And that's all I got tonight, because we have this abbreviated version. I can't wait to get out on Bourbon Street.
I know that's
and
right.
get me a hurricane and get me a
give me a
chiller drinks. Margarita.
Cyclone.
Cyclone.
Give me a straight up bourbon.
Straight up bourbon.
Oh my. You think you grown tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm grown and sexy tonight. Watch out now.
Well, it's time for the weird news.
Right now.
So let's see who's up first.
Oh well. We got a fake dentist going on.
Fake dentist.
Fake dentist in Dallas arrested, but not before pulling 5 teeth from a woman. One Dallas woman doesn't have anything to smile about, thanks to the fake dentist who put her through a bloody nightmare. What's her name? Erica Martinez. She had a horrible toothache and no dental insurance. When told the procedure she needed could cost about $9,000, the Dallas native, began to look into cheaper alternatives. So she found So he worked as a dentist and a denture maker. He operated out of the cities of Dallas and Houston. When Martinez contacted Alberto, he told her that he would be happy to help her get rid of that dreadful toothache for a price of $1,500. It seemed too good to be true, and unfortunately it was. So on May 18th, Sabellion and his 41-year-old assistant, Tiffany Gonzalez, came to Martinez's home. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
That's a no-no. The procedure consisted of the fake dentist and his accomplice holding their victim down while he pulled tooth after tooth.
They held her down?
But the pain didn't end there for Erica. OMG. Martinez became very ill due to an infection brought on by the fake dentist's actions. So her horrible experience led the Dallas woman to contact the Popo. So on Wednesday, Sabellion and Tiffany Gonzalez, they were arrested.
For posing as a dentist.
Yep, the duo was charged with practicing medicine without a license and possession of dangerous drugs. I'm sorry, people are just crazy. Now, if a dentist said they're going to come to your home,
that should be warning sign number 1.
Right, and then the cost of them doing it, you know, that's sign number 2. And then you get them on Facebook, that's it for me. That's strike out.
That's true.
But anyway, that's my crazy weird news for tonight. Ooh, I need a cocktail after that one.
I know that's right.
Well, in Cincinnati, they got some cats stinking up Cincinnati suburbs. Huh? I guess in the inner city, you probably wouldn't even smell them.
Oh, Lord, probably not. You know what? That's why they got fairs on Frontier for $39 to go to Cincinnati. I see what's going on.
Oh, they're where the funky cats are.
When these cats know to keep themselves segregated like this? I don't understand.
Because they're wild cats. They all hang together like a gang.
Okay.
You got gang cats.
They're feral cats.
In St. Bernard, Ohio.
St. Bernard.
Yeah,
talking about cats.
We're talking about cats, but they're in St. Bernard.
That's funny.
Ohio. Suburban, they keep saying suburban Cincinnati Village in St. Bernard is being taken over by the smell of cats. Residents are keeping their windows shut due to foul smells that have been plaguing the neighborhood.
Really? That's right.
Yeah, the St. Bernard Village Council has who wrote this?
One of the interns.
The St. Bernard Village Council has filed numerous complaints about the intern who's spilling stuff wrong. Anyway, the St. Bernard Village Council has filed numerous complaints about the unbearable odors from the cats in the residential area. The Cincinnati Enquirer reported the cats are born and live in the wild, different from the pets that you and I are used to, and they're stray cats, and they're almost wild animals, and so they got a problem in the suburbs of Cincinnati. It's cats. So
what are they planning on doing about it, Papa?
Let's see here. They're saying that
should be interesting.
Public health inspector has observed nearly 20 cats on properties of St. Bernard. Director of Law Circuit was unsuccessful trying to round up these cats, but they're doing everything they can to put them in perspective. The whole thing in a nutshell in this story is that I'm reading it weird because it's a weird story. These are cats that are stray cats. They're wild cats. And a lot of people who live in the suburbs live out there by the woods. And these cats go out in the woods, and what they're doing probably is getting sprayed by a damn skunk. And they're bringing the funk back in because a skunk is going to protect himself. You go in there, a skunk, he's going to spray your ass. You know, and the cat will come out there, walk the street, think he got some cologne on his ass.
I think you might be right on that, Papa, because the cats are clean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying these wild cats, though, they don't act like domestic cats. They don't care about cleanliness. They just,
do their thing. They do their thing and keep moving. Huh?
Exactly.
Hit it and quit it, huh?
It is. Hit it and quit it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
They said they have lightened up this city.
But you know what? Unfortunately, they're going to do something to try to, fumigate them or extinct them.
Yeah, they're trying to get them by traps, and then they said they're going to they're going to be spaded or neutered, which could curb their bad behavior.
Right.
That's going to curb their population, not their fucking bad behavior. You know what I mean? Cutting their Johnson off or plugging up their JJ.
They going to keep smoking and drinking, right, Papa? They going to keep doing that,
I mean, who wrote that?
I guess they think that, does spaying and neutering change an animal's behavior?
It might.
The cats will be spaded and neutered, which officials say will curb their bad behavior.
Really?
So you think because you know.
I'm sorry, they're going to get rid of some of those cats. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think they're going to do something to them.
They're going to do something to their population. What you got over there?
Well, I got a weird one about, this is like Jurassic Park come to life.
Uh-oh.
These British scientists have cloned a dinosaur.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Wow.
They got a picture of this crazy-looking thing.
Oof.
It's very strange-looking. In Liverpool, they say that they have successfully cloned a dinosaur, and they nicknamed it Spot. It's a baby Apatosaurus.
Okay.
And they named it Spot. Look at this thing. This is horrible looking.
Spot.
They kept it in an incubator, and they extracted DNA from a preserved Apatosaurus fossil, which they had on display in the university's Museum of Natural Science. And then once they harvested the DNA, they injected it into a fertile ostrich womb.
Why?
I don't know, because they're saying, well, let me not say I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, but they said they injected into the fertile womb of an ostrich because ostriches share a lot of genetic traits with dinosaurs.
Wow.
Now, how they know that, I do not know. But they say that the eggshell microstructures are almost identical to those of the Apatosaurus, and that's why the cloning worked so perfectly. So you have people who are, animal rights people saying that this is terrible. You all just want to do this so you can watch the poor animals suffer and things of this nature. Wow. And they're saying they're not trying to watch it suffer. They just want to observe it and watch it grow and see how it develops and all.
Okay, so what happens when it grows?
That's what I want to know.
You want to let it out in the wild, and then after that, then what?
I don't know. See, right now it's the size of like a human baby.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it's going to grow unless it dies or unless they kill it.
And that's what those activists are talking about.
Exactly. But they're saying they plan to run more tests on them, so they're doing all kind of tests. But, my concern would be what happens when Spot grows up?
My theory, those scientists, they're bored as hell. They don't have nothing else to do. So you're going to create some dinosaurs. Now, the dinosaurs are extinct. For how many years?
Supposedly thousands.
Or billions of years.
Billions or whatever.
Yeah.
And my thing is, don't you think that maybe is for a reason?
Yeah.
If through natural selection and all of that, there is a reason why they're no longer walking the earth. Why are you trying to bring them back?
It's going to be like the Patterson series, The Zoo.
Okay.
They said it's 7 million people, but it's 700 million animals.
Okay. Or like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
My man Jeff Goldblum had a line in the first one. He said, first it's the oohs and the ahs, then it's the running and the screaming.
See what I'm saying? How crazy is that?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, we are hanging at the JW Marriott in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah. We about to turn it up tonight. Yeah.
Gonna get some red beans and rice.
All right now. I'm going to Popeyes to get mine.
You want some shrimp, Poppa DD?
I want some Popeye's chicken.
Oh, you want some Popeyes? I'm going to get me some real New Orleans food.
I know, that's right. Well, who's supposed to be at the festival tonight?
Oh, tonight is Charlie Wilson, India Irie, Kim, and Frankie Beverly and Maze. And then they got Dougie Fresh in the Super Lounge with Slick Rick and Nico and Benz, Avery Sunshine, Kelly Price, Guapale, Kindred, the Family Soul, and Lunell, that comedian from BET, and an R&B singer whose name is B. Slade. So they got a lot going on, I'm telling you.
I'm going to hang tonight. I'm going to do something tonight. All right. Well, sit back and relax, get your favorite cocktail, and, of course, no phone calls because we're going to hang out later on.
Yep. Don't call us tonight.
Can call and listen, but no comment.
Listen,
we're going to get back to you next week.
Woo!
We're in New Orleans, and we're going to come right back.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on out of your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at Pajama Party and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch?
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of those Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Bonsoir.
We're fresh in New Orleans, setting things up, getting things in perspective.
Getting ready to hit the street.
That's right.
We're doing an abbreviated verge from Canal Street to JW. I was going to say Woolworths.
JW Marriott.
You had too much to drink already, Pop.
No more hurricanes for you.
Cut you back.
Okay. JW Marriott on Canal Street. We got
well.
For people familiar with New Orleans, if you're in the middle of Canal Street, you're in the middle of everything. So we appreciate that. We're just unpacking our suitcases and getting things set up. And I'm Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And what are we up to here?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to be brief because tonight, I'm just saying, I wish you all could be down here in New Orleans and see what we see. It is like watching a parade go by. Some of the sights that we see walking up and down Canal Street and some of the side streets, all up and down Bourbon Street. I'm just saying, I have to tell you the truth. I haven't seen stuff like this even when I used to go to the clubs. Some of these outfits that these ladies, I'm calling them ladies, I'm trying to give them that. Some of these outfits that these, I'll say, females are having on, it is blowing my mind. And, you know, what's funny is that, have you ever heard that phrase, just because you can doesn't mean you should? Apparently, folks haven't heard that message when they come to the Essence Fest. Because I have seen more crop tops, tight things with splits all the way up to regions where they probably shouldn't go. Things with a low cut in the front, low cut in the back, off the shoulders, off the chain, off the hook. It is out of control, I'm trying to tell you. And it's just, you could just sit back and find a good seat and just watch the parade go by and be thoroughly entertained. I'm just saying, come on, ladies, get it together. Just because you can does not mean you should. You might want to pull back a little bit. Ease up, ladies. Come on, ease up. Save something for the imagination. Y'all just put it all out there. And you know what's really funny is when you see the guys walking around with their phones, they will whip out a phone and record their stuff and just watch them go by. And they got it on their phone. They're posting this stuff on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Vine, all of that stuff. So you think you're coming down here, getting out of town and trying to do your thing, thinking nobody will know, you don't know anybody down here. Well, guess what? You might end up on somebody's website if you don't watch yourself. So you might want to think about it before you put on some crazy outfit and decide to go out prancing around Canal Street and up and down Bourbon Street, and especially at the Dome. When you go to that Mercedes-Benz Dome to see these shows, I'm trying to tell you, that's a whole nother parade. You could sit right up in the concierge area going to get a refreshment or something and just watch the parade go by. Sometimes I've seen even the guys get crazy. Some of the guys will have on like I saw one earlier this evening. Dude had on a red suit with a red hat, had on his red matching shoes, had on some red socks with some kind of psychedelic design. I mean, I had to put on my sunglasses. It was crazy. And you couldn't tell him he was not ready for the cover of GQ. So all I'm saying is it's a lot going on. I'm having a ball, to tell you the truth. This is thoroughly entertaining for me. So I'm not trying to be the fashion critic, but I'm just saying sometimes you know, our people are colorful for a reason. I think maybe that's why they used to call us colored, because we are colorful people. We just go for it. When it's an event going on, we go for it. So y'all keep on doing your thing, and I'm going to keep on watching and having a good time, because we are here to have a good time.
That's right.
And tomorrow night, by the way, on the main stage at the Essence Festival, they got Common, Erykah Badu, Missy Elliott, and Usher Baby. And in the Super Lounge, they got Kool Mo D, Mystical, Esperanza Spalding, Molly Music, Seven Streeter, Bilal, Tank and the Bangers, Tanya Boyd Cannon, Elle Varner, Raheem Devon, and comedian some more, and Wale from the D.C. area. Right. So if you can make it down by Saturday night, you can catch that show. And it sounds like it's a whole lot of acts, and it is. You got the main stage, you got the super lounges. So come on down to the Essence Fest. Find us. We're down at the Marriott. I don't know if you can find us at the Marriott, because we're going to be all over terrorizing New Orleans.
I know that's right.
So what we're about to do now, we got, let's see, the Hollywood wrap-up?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it. What you got for us tonight, Ketel?
Got some interesting news here. Unfortunately, after 10 years of marriage, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, they're going to call it quits.
Oh.
Yeah, Garner's 43 and Affleck's 42. It says, after much thought and careful consideration, we have made the difficult decision to divorce. The couple tells people in a joint statement, we go forward with love and friendship for one another and a commitment to co-parenting our children, whose privacy we ask to be respected during this difficult time. This will be our only comment on this private family matter. It says, thank you for understanding. They have 3 children, Violet 9, Serafina 6, and Samuel 3. So it says the couple was often together in L.A., and they have other homes in different places. So, but just respect the couple, people. Just give them some space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back up off of them.
Back up off of them. Yeah, they're a nice couple. They unfortunately things just didn't work out for them. Also, you guys, I know you watched the BET Awards this past weekend. I'm not understanding this story, but you know, I want to report it. I'm quite sure you guys seen Rihanna. She put duct tape on Floyd Mayweather's mouth.
She sure did.
It said during Sunday evening's BET Awards, the stunning singer confused everyone when she decided to flash a giant roll of duct tape at her seat. But later, in the show, she took it upon herself to put the duct tape on his mouth. It's unclear as to why Riri, as they call Rihanna, went over 50 shades on the boxing champ. So, but we have a feeling she's must be having a pretty good reason. After all, this girl doesn't mess around for anything. So I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Maybe she got some interest there.
I have a theory about that.
Uh-oh.
I could be wrong.
Uh-huh.
But she has a video that she premiered later on in the show.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't show the whole video, but in the video, I think she takes somebody captive. She goes in an elevator. She has this big trunk.
Mm-hmm.
She goes in an elevator, and there's this lady in the elevator with a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the doors close, when the doors open again, she's dragging this trunk that looks like it's really heavy, and you don't see the lady anymore, and the dog runs out of the elevator.
Wow.
So you assume the lady is now in the trunk.
Right.
So I don't know exactly what the video is or the song is about.
Wow.
But I'm thinking it had something to do with her being mad about something and maybe kidnapping somebody. So I'm trying to connect maybe the duct tape, since he was sitting next to her, to that, because I think his hands were bound too.
Wow.
And the duct tape was on his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be a reach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It sounds like logic, but who knows with Riri?
Yeah, you never know.
Also, unfortunately, P. Diddy, did you guys see P. Diddy fall? He fell through the hole that little Kim was coming up. I guess he fell on top of her head. But unfortunately, he was performing. He was all into his music and everything, and all of a sudden, he forgets that it's there. and he drops down into the hole where little Kim is about to come up. So, but they were performing at the BET Awards. It was a Bad Boys tribute. They've been in business for 20 years. And they did a big tribute to late and Notorious B.I.G. also. They had Faith Evans, Little Kim, and Mace. They were there in the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting, but that was a good one. He was all over social media the next day.
Well, he did pop back up real quick.
I bet he did. I bet he did. Mhm. So I guess we're gonna keep moving. Go to the cocktail of the week.
Okay.
What you got there? There you go.
Hey,
what you got?
That's the jam. Cocktail of the week.
There you go.
Oh, okay. It's on me?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, the cocktail of the week this week, we have something called a summer goose. It's like duck goose, but this is a summer goose. Whether you're hosting a patio brunch party with spicy Grey Goose Bloody Marys or a chic evening cocktail party with shimmering Grey Goose martini cocktails, it's hard to go wrong with the signature smoothness that's set apart from all the rest. The unrivaled level of craftsmanship in a summer goose in this perfect summer recipe is as follows. A summer goose, to make it, what you need is 1.5 parts of Grey Goose vodka, 3 parts of club soda, 2 lime wedges, and a sprig of mint. So you're going to build the drink in a glass with ice. You squeeze in the juice from 1 lime wedge and then discard the lime. Then you add in the 1.5 parts of Grey Goose vodka and top it with chilled soda, the club soda. Garnish it with the lime, add in the sprig of mint, and you have a perfect summer goose. It's light and refreshing, and it looks oh so beautiful when you serve it up.
All right now.
I think I'm going to go find a bartender and see if we can get us a couple of summer gooses.
Right. It's called the summer goose.
Yes.
Duck goose. All right.
Well, going to keep it moving?
We'll keep it moving, I think.
All right. Let's hit the kiss it list.
You got the kiss it list?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What we got on the kiss it list tonight?
Oh, we got some good names on the kiss it list.
And Roger Ketel, and he's still on it?
Yeah, he's always on it.
He stays on it. That Red Star, Macy's, they still on it. They stay on it.
Yeah. We got Brett Favre. He's on the list this week. Haven't heard his name in a minute.
Where you been hiding at?
I don't know, but he needs to go back and hide.
I know.
Brett Favre is on the list because he gave an interview this week and said that he thinks he could still play in the NFL.
Shut up.
With his old dried out, worn out stuff. So, Brett, we had to put you on the kiss it list.
Oh, wow.
We already called out Roger Goodell, but specifically because he's considering excusing Tom Brady for that whole Deflategate.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you know, Brady is appealing that 4-game suspension, and he's thinking about, I guess, granting the appeal.
Really?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yep. We shall see.
We got Donald Trump for continuing to make stupid comments.
Yes. Got Walmart for creating an ISIS-decorated cake while refusing to do one for the Confederate flag. Yeah, that was a trip.
Yeah, that was a crazy story.
The guy wanted the Confederate flag on a cake, and they said, it ain't happening, but he put in for ISIS cake, and they made it. So he was all on YouTube, social media, and everything. So
yeah,
Walmart for that. So.
And also to the person who withdrew their donation to the Girl Scouts because they didn't want any of their money to assist any transgender girls.
Wow.
Whoever you are, you're on the kiss it list.
I mean, donating $100,000 and then you're going to have some stipulations.
Yeah, and then going to take it, and they gave the money back. I don't blame them.
I don't either.
Shout out to Girl Scouts.
All right now. And also one last one, the KKK.
Yeah, for planning that crazy rally.
Yeah. It's going to be in
Charleston.
Charleston.
I think it's in Charleston.
Okay.
In South Carolina, something like that.
Wow.
But for planning that rally and for everybody else, including especially Brett Favre, we got something just for you.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss phone, ever-loving country. That's right.
Woo! And that was the Kiss It list for this Friday.
Yeah.
Woo, that felt good.
I know that's right.
One last thing as far as the Essence Festival on Sunday night. If you come down on Sunday night, you'll see Floetry, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, and Trombone Shorty in the Orleans Review.
All right.
They got in the Super Lounge D1, Dumpster Funk. I've seen them in D.C. before. That's an awesome band.
Mm-hmm.
They got Mace, Andra Day, Leanne LaHavis, and I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, S-Z-A. Is it Za? Also Eric Robertson, Tidra Moses, Andy Allo, Jeff Bradshaw, Omarion, Robert Glasper, Tweet, and comedian some more is going to be back again on Sunday night. So tonight is Charlie Wilson, India Arie, Kim, and Maze featuring Before I Let You Go, Frankie Beverly.
Yeah.
So we trying to make a move and get down there.
Yeah, I see Papa. He done made a move before.
Yeah, he went down to the bar, and I see that's a long line. I don't know if he's going to get back, so we're going to close the show on out for him. So on behalf of Poppa DD, we thank you all for joining us on Friday night.
Right.
And we're getting ready to go and hit the streets of New Orleans.
Right, here we come. So that's your last word?
Oh, my last word is, I don't know how to say it in French, but let the good times roll. See you next Friday.
I know that's
Redwine out.
I know that's right. Well, my usual. Thanks to the new listeners, old listeners, and future listeners. Thank you for your support. We can't do this without you. And we almost about 6,000 strong listeners online and on the phone also. Catch us next week. We're going to give a good wrap-up of New Orleans and let you know what went down here, because we about to get down and get party. We about to go find a summer goose somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that line is getting longer, so we better make a move.
So for Poppa DD, Redwine, and me, Ketel, we check you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown and sexy, going to party. Pajama Party Crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Pajama Party, grown and sexy, going to party. Pajama Party Crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.